In the last episode, we pulled Bagheera out of the water, pressure washed her, sanded her, primed her, put a coat of binding agent on, and 2 coats of antifoul. We then removed the decals and polished the hulls, as well as serviced the sail drives.
Five o'clock in the morning and we're leaving the Gladstone Marine Centre after spending a week anti-fouling the boat and doing lots of maintenance. Beautiful morning, we're heading out. Hoping to go to Lady Musgrave. There isn't much wind, but we're just keen to get back out here again. It's certainly nice and cool this morning. Even at this time of the morning, it's busy out here. Ship coming in. Just slowing down and giving way to that. So we're not having the best start to the morning. When we got put back in the water last night, our starboard engine wasn't pumping out water. So we decided not to leave the jetty then. A bit later on we tried again and it seemed to be okay. All going good. This morning was going good, but probably half an hour into the journey the starboard engine has overheated. Alarm came on down here and I've turned it off. Our autopilot is not working as well, so we're not really having a good start to the morning. See how we go. Okay, so Murray's Mr. Fix It now. What have you done?
The water wasn't going through the motor, so I had to go and change the impeller.
Was the impeller?
Yeah. So I'll leave it out.
Well done.
Seems to be working now anyway.
Yep, so do you want to just show the water coming out?
During anti-fouling, I tried to clean out the sail drive water intake. In doing so, I may have dislodged a couple of barnacles and they may have jammed in the pipe. What I ended up doing was blowing pressurised air down through the sail drive, and then that cleared the situation out. So if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing twice.
All fixed?
Seems to be working again.
I'm so proud of Murray. Now he's fixed the auto helm. What was it?
It was the wires that I'd previously fixed.
Okay, so we have been sailing this morning for six and a half hours without auto helm. You realise how much you rely on it, my goodness. But anyway, all good, wonderful. Thank you, Murray. Murray's napping.
While it's nice and calm out here, got the fishing lines out the back, and I thought I'd do another job, and that was to put on my boom rest, which is just this block of wood that Mark from Whispers has made up. Thank you, Mark, appreciate your work on this. So it's a nice block of hardwood, and I've put a bit of carpet, which Mark also supplied, on top here just to protect it. And what's going to happen is we just lower the boom down onto it so it rests on there as opposed to resting on the roof. So that should be good. And I didn't drop any tools overboard in the making of this project.
Murray's new thing that Mark from Whispers helped him create. arrived at Lady Musgrave Island last night about 7:15 p.m. It was quite cloudy, so it actually got dark very early. It was dark and quite windy, 20 odd knots by the time we got here. We obviously didn't want to try going through the channel into the lagoon, so we knew there was a public mooring out here. Took us a fair bit of finding, and you need a really good torch. Just waiting for the sun to get up a bit higher so we can clearly see the bottom, the bommies. Morning! What do you reckon? It's lots of bommies. But won't we hook the anchor or no?
Black ones are okay. There's two bunnies up next to that tower.
Okay, we've made it into Lady Musgrave and we're parked right beside Bacchanalia. And Ian's come over and we're having a cup of coffee and a catch-up. So,
Hey guys.
as boaties do. So
this is Murray getting ready to go up the mast. Got all his gear on. Oh, nearly forgot the bag with all the stuff in it. Okay.
I'm safety officer.
we knew Ian was going to be at Lady Musgrave and he had previously offered to assist with the installation of our booster. My job was to climb the mast, then feed a piece of cord down the middle of the mast which had a little bit of chain attached to it. This would weight the cord so it would make it down to the bottom. Ian was down the bottom of the mast ready to fish it out. We then tied and taped the coaxial cable to the cord and then pulled that down further. Once that coaxial cord had come down to the bottom of the mast, that part of the job was done.
So, can you show where you threaded it through?
Yeah, so I had to come through the gooseneck here.
The antenna going up the mast.
The next job for me was to go back up the mast and attach the antenna. This meant drilling into the mast, attaching the bolts, and of course connecting the coaxial cables. We were lucky to have Ian there because his expertise in this area was invaluable and made the job much easier than what it would have been without him. So now we have a Wi-Fi booster. That's another job off the to-do list. Later that afternoon we went on to Lady Musgrave Cay and had sundowners on the beach. This time of year baby turtles are hatching, so we were hoping to witness this marvellous event. In that hole, the baby turtles are queuing up to escape to the water. They're just waiting for the relative safety of twilight.
Over that hill. Oh, where you go. Put your torch on the phone, Henry. Here we go. That's it. Oh, that's fantastic. Look at them all. Oh, here they come. Whoa. Oh, this one's going the wrong way.
Wow.
Wow, look at it.